This is logged in on November 25th, 2023, Eastern Standard Time. Sensitive material has been breached and it is now in front of the public. This is very sensitive documentation and the world will be in total chaos if leaked, and it is now leaked. All of it. Not one document, all of it. Place of exploitation, forbidden knowledge television. This must be stopped.
What's up? What's up? Billy Carson here, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I'm just popping in tonight on a Tuesday night. Let's see who's in here. What's happening? All right. Chat's filling up pretty quick. I wasn't able to send a text message out tonight. So thank y'all for, checking your phone and getting these notifications the organic way. The text message system is needs a little bit of service, but nonetheless, some people are getting in here. So I'm gonna need y'all to click that like button and please help me share this video. I'll be talking about some opportunities with Forbidden Knowledge tonight. And I'll be showing you some trailers from some of the work that we've done and what we've been able to accomplish with the investment capital that we have been able to raise in the last 3 years. All right. So thank you all for hopping in. I see a lot of people in the live chat. We're live on several platforms right now. We're live on, let's see where we're on here. We're on Facebook. All right. We're on X, formerly Twitter. We are on YouTube as well, several YouTube accounts. So we are pretty much spanning the globe right now on a lot of platforms. So thank you for joining tonight. All right. A lot of work's been going on in Forbidden Knowledge, a lot of work, and I want to share some updates with y'all and give y'all some information, as well as talk about the opportunity for round 4, which just launched as well. All right. Thank y'all for, again, being so supportive. One of the things that I noticed in, in the last, I would say, 3 years, and initially I didn't notice it. I noticed a lot of the positivity. Now, we always know that there's going to be trolls and there's going to be haters, and there's nothing you can do about that. And I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, it used to kind of get to me. It doesn't really get to me much anymore. I kind of laugh a little bit now. I kind of see those people as just spiritual children. But something I noticed in the last 3 years with that, the huge amount of support for the work that we do here has been increasingly overwhelming. It's been phenomenal. And, sometimes the brain is trained to focus on the negativity because the brain wants to protect the body. It wants to protect your emotions. So what it does, it creates this defense shield. And so it picks out from the crowd things that look like it's going to hurt you mentally or physically. And so what I noticed that from taking a step back and realizing that 98% of the interaction I have with you all is extremely positive. And only about 2% is actually negative. So sometimes, we have to look behind the veil. We have to check ourselves and we have to tell ourselves, hey, it's not as bad as you're making it to be. You should spend more energy, more time focusing on positivity. So even I go through that same process. It's a process, You have to go through that process, and gradually you'll begin to see the light over the dark. And so just shout out to all of you guys. All y'all are my leaders. I don't call y'all followers. Y'all are leaders. And, you guys have always supported very well and give me the ability to grow as a person. Because over time, these types of things is what I'm recognizing and learning about the world, these platforms, the nature of humanity, the psychology of humanity, and even my own psychology. And all of that takes time, and it all takes growth, okay? Somebody said, do I ever sleep? Very rarely. I'm tired right now, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm exhausted. We've been going for like 2 weeks straight We took one short break, not to go to sleep, but to go to a Olympic basketball game because I'm a sports fan and I love basketball. I used to be I'm formerly a Team USA coach for youth development in Team USA. And so we got a chance to go see game number one out there in Vegas while we were working. It just happened to be that they were there. So we stayed one extra day just to catch that game. And that was my break. That was my wife's break as well. Other than that, man, we just been grinding nonstop, working. We have the Conscious Awards coming up in a few days down in Miami, Florida. So it's like a lot of the last second stuff that a lot of people don't think about needs to be tightened up and buttoned up and getting done. But yeah, so overall, like I said, man, just just seeing the growth and the love over the time. I remember the very first post that I made on Forbidden Knowledge on Instagram, and it was an elongated Paracas skull from Peru. That's the very first post I made. I remember people were like, "You should get on Instagram," and I went to Instagram and I was like, "There's nothing but pictures of people's cats and the dinner they ate last night. Like, why am I getting on Instagram?" So I was like, okay, let me log in and let me create an account here. So I created an account and I posted that Paracas skull. And I remember about 3 people clicked the like button on that on Instagram, and a few people made some comments. A couple people asked me if I was crazy. I think one person told me it was skull binding. I was like, oh, I got some action here. That was how I got started with this whole thing, and how I became Forbidden Knowledge. So from that post, I think the second post was a deep underground military base. And I posted a picture of a full-size Navy vessel from a photo that was taken from some declassified documents showing that they had these underground bases, one of which at a dry dock, you had a full-size Navy ship underground in a deep underground military base. And that got some more attention and got some more likes. I remember I used to get 7, 8 likes. So when I got to 7 or 8, I'd be like, come on, I just need 2 more. So that, because when back then, the way it worked is the person's name would go away, their Instagram name would go away, and it would just be numbers. And and I was like, man, if I can get just more. So sometimes I would like it myself so I can get the names to go away and have a solid 10. And I was like, man, I got 10 likes on this thing. I got 10 likes, and I was so excited. And that drove me to keep on going. So y'all support just gradually growing over time. That was in 2011, the end of 2011, going into 2012. It was just like, wow. And then post after post, I just kept throwing up more information and more knowledge. And I got the people telling me I was whack and crazy, but I also got the people that were liking it and sharing it and just kept continuing to grow. I remember that Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith, took one of my posts early on. I only had probably 20 or 30,000 followers at the time. I guess he was following. I didn't even know he was following me. He took a post that I made and he shared it on his account. And I grew 30,000 followers in 3 or 4 days. And I was like, where's all these followers coming from? And somebody commented, man, I can't believe Jaden Smith shared your content on his account. I was like, whoa, that's what happened. He had just did the Karate Kid or something. So he was, up in popularity. So that was pretty cool. It just continuing to see, this stuff grow and grow and grow and grow. And it's like, wow, this is just amazing. To now where my analytics team calculated that all the clips that are circulating of me speaking online are over 2 billion views. I've reached over 2 billion views online, clips of my content collectively. That's incredible. So yes, this is really live, everyone. I'm really live. I just see people asking me, is this really live? Sandra says, it's not really live. Yes, Sandra Desky, it's live. we live. You live on the Forbidden Knowledge podcast, on the pop-up podcast. I'm on Instagram live right now too. Anyway, so just to be able to see that go from, hoping to get 10 likes to billions of views worldwide, billions. it's just incredible. It really is just incredible. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all, all the support, all the sharing, all the liking, hopping in here when you get notifications, when you got other stuff you could be doing, and spending time with me on these videos, battling for me, going to battle for me in the comments. So I see y'all going to battle for me when people be talking trash. I see y'all going to battle for me as well, going to battle for my wife. We appreciate that. Like, we truthfully really appreciate y'all, we really, really truthfully appreciate y'all. And one of the things that Elizabeth asked me when she first met me, this is now going back almost 4 years, she said, what are your goals? And, we really had just began really kind of seeing each other. And, she was contemplating what she was going to be doing. She was the CEO of another company. And the president of that company, or the founder, didn't want to go to work. And she's a worker. She's like ready to push because she has visions on where she wants to take a company. And unfortunately for her, and fortunately for me, that founder of that company didn't want to put the work in. Well, she came to me, and I just learning about her, for the first few weeks, really just kind of meeting her. And she was asking me what my goals were, and I told her what my goals were: 1, 3, 5, and 10. And we're laying out some ideas and some plans. And she's like, I want to come on board. She came on board initially and didn't even ask me for any money. She just wanted to help. That's a whole nother level right there. You can't find that. She just wanted to help, but not help just because she wanted to be around me. Help because she saw the vision. She saw the ability to reach people and help change the world. I asked her a question. I said, what is your goal? She said, I want to ground 1 million people. And she's well on her way to doing that. She's well on her way to getting over 1 million people grounded and teaching people of color about biohacking, which has been her mission. And that's exactly what she's accomplishing. I think just a few months ago, she had over 60,000 books about grounding go out in one order. 60,000 books in one order. So it's just like, wow, this is just amazing. And just to see this growth and development and everything else, those goals that she asked me about, that 1, 3, 5, and 10-year goal, we had smashed that in the 3rd year. We smashed those goals, knocked them out of the park. We went far beyond what those initial goals were. And that taught me something else. Dream bigger. Dream bigger. Your dreams got to be scary sometimes. For real. So I said to myself, and I told her, I want to take this company public because we have a lot of supporters and people that have been buying, supporting, following, sharing, learning, and helping to raise consciousness on the planet. And they deserve to be a part of the rise of forbidden knowledge. And so I figured no other companies are out there really giving their fans and followers, even though I call y'all leaders, an opportunity to take part in the glow up. I said, if we make shares of the company available to the general public, register them as securities, with the SEC and so forth, give them the ability, and their exit could be when our company goes public, those shares can trade on the open market. And she's like, that's a great idea. So we started the arduous process of doing this 3 years ago, and building and building and building. A lot of documentation, a lot of paperwork, a lot of legalities, a lot of attorney's fees, a lot of accounting fees and audits and everything else. So to the point where we raised money in 3 rounds so far. Okay. So we had round 1. At round 1, our pre-money valuation 3 years ago was only $20 million. And I say only, but that's still good. Okay. Because most startups are pre-money valuation of 0. So we had a pre-money valuation of $20 million. And that was because I had already started running the company since 2017 prior to meeting Elizabeth and monetizing it and growing it into a conglomerate. The only problem I had was I was wearing all the hats and I was doing all the work myself. I was literally working about 18 to 19 hours a day in some cases. It was wild. And she said, you can't do this. You're going to die. You're going to kill yourself. You have to build teams. So she came on board and helped build teams and organize and became the the executive director of operations and help build an entire program, an entire system, and put in place, and put people around me and so forth. And this opportunity continued to grow. In round two, now in round one, shares were only $1. Round two, the company's pre-money valuation rose to $30 million, and shares jumped to $1.50. Some people in this live right now have already gotten the $1 shares and the $1.50 shares. I'm sure of it. There's people in this live right now that have bought shares before from Forbidden Knowledge, because we got 6,000 investors so far. And so we continued on, pressed on, and we pushed to get our next GAAP audit, which is called a GAAP audit, GAAP. It's a special type of audit you need to get approved for these Reg CFs. And we end up going into a round 3 to raise more funds. And in round 3, our pre-money valuation jumped to $50 million, and shares went all the way up to $2.50. So obviously, if you're a person that got it at $1 right now, you're looking really good. Even at $1.50, you're looking really good. And at $2.50, hang tight, because guess what? We just launched round 4. And so we have an incredible round 4. Now, our round 4 is an accredited investor opportunity. So it's for accredited investors. I'll say an accredited investor, and we can take, I think, only 35 non-accredited. So 35 people can take advantage of this round and be non-accredited. After that, they have to be an accredited investor, which means you have a 200,000 year income, or you have $1 million net worth of some type, real estate or whatever, right? Now we are going to go to a round 5, and a round 5 is positioning us to be able to go to NASDAQ. That's going to be a Reg A plus tier 2, but that one isn't available yet. That's going to be about another 60 to 90 days away from now. And there you won't have to be an accredited investor. But in this round, you have to be an accredited investor, or the first 35 people that actually invest. After that, it's sealed. And these aren't my rules. These are the rules by the SEC. You can look it up. If you go to Google and look up what is an accredited investor and how many non-accredited investors can invest into a Reg D 506C, it will tell you only 35 people. That's all they give you. After that, everyone after that has to be an accredited investor. All right. So that's how it works. So right now we're going into round 4. It just launched really about a few days ago. We were out of town, and I wanted to bring this information. But before I talk more about round 4, I want to show you guys a couple of trailers as to some of the work that has been done from the investment process. Okay. And I think that's important. I want to talk about that. Let's go and take a look at a few trailers here. And then I want to talk about the books. And then I want to talk about e-commerce. And then we'll get back to how you can take part in becoming an investor in round 4 with Forbidden Knowledge. And what is your exit strategy? How do you get out of this? And how do you sell shares and all of that kind of stuff? I want to get into all of that tonight. So if you guys can bear with me for like another probably 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not going to be on here with you too long, but I think it's important to go through the process. Now, one of the first things we did in our budget and our plans for the funds we raise are available publicly online and also on SAMS.gov, which is registered with the government. These are registered securities, so all your information has to be out there, including your audit. Your financials have to be out there. It's required by law. And in these financials, they want to know where every penny goes, even $1.40. I remember it was $1.43 that was unaccounted for. We had to find out what that $1.43. It took us about 3 or 4 days to figure it out, but we finally got it. But that's how detailed it is. They make our son, who's in charge of logistics, go down to the warehouse where we have our goods for our e-commerce department, and they have to go on a 2-way live. And while he's opening packages and looking in boxes on the shelves, they're doing a count. He's doing a count and they're doing a count to count the inventory. I mean, it's very detailed. It's very tedious work. These audits cost a lot of money. We've already spent close to $200,000 in audits to keep these rounds going. So it's very expensive and extremely tedious, okay? And right now, so a lot of the budget went towards infrastructure, studio, space, renting studios, building studio, buying studio equipment, as well as getting talent and filming, writing series, TV series, and actually filming those TV series, including one of them, of course, is the Black Knight Satellite, which was a documentary, award-winning documentary that we had. Okay. I want to walk through a few of these tonight and just give you guys an idea of some of the quality of the production we've been able to accomplish and what's been driving the subscriptions behind Forbidden Knowledge TV, because that's a big part of what we do here. Forbidden Knowledge TV is not this YouTube account. This YouTube account is a podcast network. This Facebook account is just part of our ability to reach you via social media, right? However, the Forbidden Knowledge TV is an actual app, just like Netflix, just like Amazon Prime Video. Matter of fact, if you look on Google Play, App Store, and look for the 4 with the number 4 Forbidden Knowledge TV app, you'll see over 100,000+ downloads with a 5-star rating. If you look on Apple, you'll see something very similar, 5-star rating, over 100,000 downloads. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, let's take a look at some of the quality. Of course, we have Anunnaki Ancient Secrets Revealed, which has been playing in Regal Cinemas. This is one of our highest level productions to date. Incredible work, incredible graphics. The writing was extremely tedious. I co-wrote this with Caroline Corey, and we filmed it in a Hollywood studio with jibs and everything else. It's just amazing 3D environment. It's just an amazing piece of work, and it's been selling out at Regal Cinemas nationwide, all over the place, all right? I don't know if is anybody in the live chat that came to one of the Regal Cinema live premieres where I spoke for an hour and we watched episode 1 of Anunnaki Ancient Secrets Revealed together. If you're in the chat, let me know. Okay, let the people know what happened when you got out there and what kind of experience you had. It's just been absolutely amazing, all right? Absolutely amazing. So now let me go back here. I'm going to play the Anunnaki trailer real quick. Check this out. We all have one question. Who are the Anunnaki?
The Anunnaki is arguably one of the greatest mysteries of our ancient history and our past.
We have to ask, who were the gods? The gods were extraterrestrials.
Join me in this grand odyssey and discovery as we seek to uncover the hidden truths of the Anunnaki.
By studying the Anunnaki, we truly unlock the secrets within ourselves at the same time.
We are the offsprings of extraterrestrials, and that's not coincidence.
This is the saga of the Anunnaki and their ancient secrets revealed. Hey, thanks for all the great comments. I see a lot of great comments in the live chats. I appreciate y'all. This series is going to be an unlimited series. Unlimited meaning unlimited seasons and unlimited episodes, okay? So this series is about teaching, and I mean teaching. For everyone who saw it, they know that I was dropping knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb, fact after fact, it's just full of information that can be looked up and researched on your own. It's extremely authentic, extremely scientific. The facts are laid out for you. And if you just look up what I'm talking about, you find that the references are all there. You can check this stuff out for yourself. It's not a show about ancient civilizations where it's just a bunch of hypotheses. It's based on the ancient texts, tablets, scriptures, papyruses, cylinder scrolls, verbal handed down histories, and star lore from all around the world. This is literally over 25 years culmination of my knowledge, research, and investigation into the topic coming out in this series, okay? And thank you for everyone who's talking about the quality that they saw. I appreciate y'all so much. Somebody says, admit your throat. Caesar Pagan. That's funny. But, just thank y'all, because, man, a lot of work went into this. It's not one of those TV shows where somebody's just sitting down in a chair talking to camera. We're standing, we're talking, we're moving around, we're giving you facts and information that you can look up and delve into. And you can only watch this series exclusively on the Forbidden Knowledge TV app. So you can get it on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung TV, the iOS App Store, and the Google Play Store. And of course, the web at 4bk.tv, the number 4bk.tv on the web. Okay. And so that is the Anunnaki series, Anunnaki Ancient Secrets Revealed. And it's to me, wow. After, putting the work in to write this was so tedious. I remember I sat down one night at around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning after writing for like about 6 hours. And I almost said to myself, this is too much work. I literally came this close. I'm not going to lie to you. I had to smack myself and get myself out of it. Just shake it off. No, man, we got to get this out there by any means necessary. And I went back to work. My wife will tell you, it was a grind, man. And then she was there when I was filming season 1, standing up for 16 hours straight inside the 3D environment and, in 44-degree weather because it was winter. And you can't turn the heat on in these studios because the sound stage will pick up any noise. So you just freeze out there. No space heater, no nothing. It was wild, man. It was hardcore. All right. It was hardcore. But we got it done, and we're going to continue to get it done. Now that I've gone through the process with this one, I went back to film some more, and now it's getting smoother and smoother. And I'm learning how to knock these down a little bit faster in terms of getting an episode completely done and finished and wrapped up. So it's going to be great. We're talking about unlimited seasons. I'm committed to the work. I'm committed to putting these episodes out, and I'm committed to enlightening and teaching the world. In some of our recent episodes we have coming up, we have Robert Edward Grant, who's a philomath. He's an expert also in ancient Egyptian knowledge and geometry. We have Michael Beckwith, Reverend Michael Beckwith. He's going to talk about the spiritual aspect of the reality of the Anunnaki. We have Eric von Daniken, the great grandfather of the ancient astronaut theory, and so many more. Matthew LaCroix, 2-time best-selling author, now 3-time best-selling author, because he's a bestseller with me on the book, The Epic of Humanity, that we wrote, which has been a bestseller since it came out. So all these things are just incredible. So it's a great series. I'm excited about the series, and looking forward to continuing on producing more high-quality content. Of course, as well, with the help of you guys, the investments that you make help us create this amazing content and help us build value for the company, because these shows are just like inventory. They have value. They're worth money. And that increases the company's valuation, and of course, increases our capability of doing what we ultimately want to do, which is our goal is to get to NASDAQ. Okay. Let's take a look at this other series that we filmed with Nick Pope called After Contact. He's the host of this show, Nick Pope, the former Minister of Defense of the UK. That's the former Minister of Defense of the UK. He's got a show called After Contact. I appear in the show as well a few times, and many other incredible people. Check out this trailer.
Let's suppose the day has come. We've detected a signal. We don't quite know what we're facing. We have first contact. The government and the military are scrambling to try and formulate some sort of plan. How do you think that conversation goes?
We found a signal. It's coming from that spot on the sky.
This doesn't happen very often. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that room. I'll tell you right now.
Could we understand an alien intelligence?
I do think we will be shocked by similarities as well as by differences.
Day one is going to be very interesting. What you'll find is that social media will literally explode. and then it will implode.
There's this extraordinarily important thing about what's our relationship going to be with this civilization for the next 100,000 years.
Interaction with extraterrestrial life will change our cultures on Earth. Muslims, Christians, and Jews all have made the same comment. This universe is so big, God could make all kinds of intelligent creatures.
And the citizens cannot wait for the governmental institutions to make these decisions.
Remember, you are the future of humanity after contact. I'm your host, Nick Pope.
All right. That series appears exclusively on Forbidden Knowledge TV. We have 2 seasons done. We're working on season 3 very soon. All right. 2 seasons done. So you can go and binge watch that. So go to your app store right now and get the Forbidden Knowledge TV app and download it on your phone or your tablet or your TV. If you have Samsung TV, Roku, Apple TV, right? Amazon Fire TV. Get the number 4, Forbidden Knowledge TV app and get your free trial. And you can watch After Contact. 2 seasons. All right, 2 seasons. Like I said, we've been going to work, guys. We spared no expense. We waste no money. Everything is accounted for. All right, everything is accounted for. If you're interested in learning more about Antarctica, all right, how many people want to know about the secrets of Antarctica? How many people have questions about what's going on down in Antarctica and what's down there? Who's down there? Why are they down there? Well, we have a TV series about that called The Secrets of Antarctica, hosted by my good friend and multi-best-selling author, Brad Olson. Okay. Brad Olson's done an amazing job with this series, and we're talking to him right now about doing the next season, as his first season was extremely popular. Check out this trailer. This thing is so hyped. Check this out.
And it's a reconnaissance expedition. It's going down to the South Pole area to make certain observations and to look for some bases.
We go into space because whatever mankind must undertake, free men must fully share.
Time will come when we'll have to go after that stuff down there.
Meine Arbeit für richtig Geld. Ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
Yeah, that Secrets of Antarctica ain't no joke. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't know about these shows. These shows are awesome. I'm just telling you, these shows are the real deal, okay? Again, produced by the investors. And why? Because the investors are part owners of Forbidden Knowledge. You guys are partners with Forbidden Knowledge. All right, so these are just as much your content, just as ours, all right? And so this is incredible. That series is phenomenal, and I'm so looking forward to getting Brad down to do an episode, a season 2. He already did a full season. We have a full season up on Forbidden Knowledge TV. People love this so much. He's been nominated for a Forbidden Conscious Award. Okay, he's been nominated because of the quality of that show, The Secrets of Antarctica. All right, you got to check that out. And how many of y'all love numerology? I know people in this community, people love numerology. Thank you, Larry Schmidt. They love numerology. They love, learning about numbers and how it affects their lives, physically and spiritually. And I don't know how many of y'all know about King Simon. King Simon, a very good, near and dear friend of mine for many years. He's an expert numerologist and an author of several books. He didn't even know I had his first book. He came to my house to visit me one day, and he saw his book sitting on my sitting on my desk, and he was like, "Oh my God, you have my book." I was like, "Yeah, man, I got this book a long time ago." So it's pretty cool. Numerovation is his current, like, really hot book right now, Numerovation. And he is a numeric reader, a numerologist to like the celebrities. Like, they call him, celebrities call him all the time. Not that that's a big deal, but these people usually don't come out of their shell and talk to somebody randomly, you know, and expose their inner secrets to them so they can get some advice. He's a phenomenal counselor, all right? So King Simon the Numerator, and he's got a show that's also, he's been nominated as a TV host on the Forbidden Conscious Awards by the fans. This is all voted for by fans, not by myself and Elizabeth. Check out his trailer.
Did you ever wonder if your birth date holds information about your destiny? Why you keep seeing the same number or several numbers? Welcome to Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I am your host, King Simon. Numbers are not here to control you, they're here to give you guidance. It's time for you to be able to read the numbers.
All right, that's Calculate Your Destiny on the Forbidden Knowledge TV app, starring King Simon. He's an amazing numerologist, and his show actually got some of the most rave reviews in the comments, because you can comment on these TV episodes underneath the episode, and he's got so many incredible comments. So many people went and voted for him for the Conscious Awards, so he's voted as potentially is one of the top, he is one of the top nominees. Potentially he might win. I don't know. We'll see what happens out of him and Brad and whoever else is in that category. But his fans are really rock solid. And a lot of people are voting for King Simon right now for the TV Host of the Year award. Okay. You know, so that's just, I mean, I can't sit there and show you trailers all night, because we have many, many more, right? Many more trailers for amazing content. You know, and Henry, I do take questions sometimes. Tonight I won't be able to, Henry, but tune in next time, Henry. I'll be able to answer questions on the next run, all right, when I go live again. I wish I can go live. We have King Simon in the house right now. King Simon in the live chat. What's up, King Simon? Everybody go vote for King Simon. The Numerator is in the house, and he's here to motivate you and inspire you and to give you both sides of the coin so you know which way to go based on the numbers that are affecting your life numerically and spiritually. So thank you, King Simon. Yeah, so it's amazing. All right. He says, watch Billy Carson Uncensored. Somebody said, yes, thank you. We have a new series called Uncensored. I was just getting ready to talk about that next. And I did a test run right here in this home studio, but we're taking it to another level. And we're going to actually do this in an actual studio, okay? That we're going to rent out. We've already prepaid for the studio and have it built out and laid out exactly how we want it. And we're going to be going in on topics that we can't talk about on these platforms, because these platforms will delete our accounts or ban us or block us or shadow ban us. So on the, I've already put out 2 episodes of Uncensored. The first one I talked about Larry Silverstein and the truth about 9/11. And that got a lot of raved reviews. You got to check that one out. That one went crazy. Okay. And then I did another one as well. So these Uncensored shows are on Forbidden Knowledge TV app exclusively. But we're getting ready to go in big time on the next one as we go in on Big Pharma. And we're going to expose some stuff about Big Pharma that you never knew existed. And we're going to have somebody that used to be on the inside of Big Pharma on the Uncensored show. And you can only get this on the Forbidden Knowledge TV app and nowhere else. Because I can't, if anyone said what I said about 9/11, for example, and Larry Silverstein on any of these platforms, their account will be deleted instantaneously. Okay, instantly. So on, but on the other one, there's nothing on my platform. I'm not going to delete myself. You can't shut me up. So that's what the purpose is. So again, the Billy Carson Uncensored on the Forbidden Knowledge TV app. And we're doing now Billy and Elizabeth Carson Uncensored on the app, as Elizabeth is deep into big pharma understanding. She's got a certificate in cell biology from Harvard. This is her research. She's a biohacker. So we're going in deep on these topics. And we have so many topics lined up to talk about on Uncensored that we could talk about this stuff for decades. So it's going to be a great show. And what I love about Uncensored is you can share this with somebody and they're going to come there. They're going to see us animated and hyped, but they're also going to get a lot of verifiable facts, stuff that you just can't get. We're taking away the conspiracy theory situation and we're making conspiracy realist. We're giving you the real information and something that you can be proud to not only learn and watch, but also share with other people. And that's exclusive on the Forbidden Knowledge TV app. You can't get it anywhere else. All right. Now let's talk about the books. Okay. Let's talk about the book publishing. So we've been doing phenomenal with our books. Our books do great numbers as people really love and vibe with the content on our books. Okay. My newest book, Fractal Holographic Universe, is a bestseller. All right, Fractal Holographic Universe. This is the exclusive special edition hardcover and full color inside, full color interior. So you have an option on Amazon. You can buy full color or you can buy the standard paperback version. Okay, so we're giving people an opportunity to still have the book no matter what their budget is. And this is my new book, Fractal Holographic Universe, The Matrix Code Revealed. Great reviews on this book. Avi Loeb commented on this book or put a review in this book. A fascinating journey from the mathematics of fractals to the physics of the universe and the nature of consciousness. Billy Carson uses his broad-ranging vision to enrich the reader with philosophical and spiritual insights. An exhilarating read. Avi Loeb, best-selling author of Extraterrestrial and director of Harvard's Institute for Theory and Computation. That's just one of many great reviews that we have for the book. So I'm really excited about this book. We have another review from Dr. Teresa Bullard-Wyke. She's a quantum physicist who left a review for this book, which is amazing. And the foreword on this book is written by Robert Edward Grant. Okay. So this book is phenomenal. It's probably one of my greatest pieces of work behind the Compendium of the Emerald Tablets. This is a science book, but I did it in a way where it's not too sciencey. The average person can take it, read it, and digest it as I give them a conclusion at the end of every research page so they can begin to understand and grasp what I'm talking about here. This book has become #1 at its highest point, #1 in fractal mathematics, #1 in quantum theory, and #4 in science and philosophy. And in the back of the book, there's a reference section and also a dictionary so that you can learn some of the words and phrases in here in case you may not know what some of these words, these scientific words are. You can learn them in the back of the book. And I think it's just one of a kind work. I mean, there hasn't been work like this in a long time. Michael Talbot did a book on the holographic universe decades ago. The late, great Michael Talbot, he passed away, and nobody picked up where he left off. I decided to pick up where he left off and produce something that I think will last for the ages. Okay. Fractal Holographic Universe by Billy Carson. Just another great book. And of course, the Compendium of the Emerald Tablets. All right. This book is my #1 bestseller. It's been a bestseller now for almost 5 years. It's crazy numbers. And this book just does, the numbers on this book are just out of sight, out of mind. It's just crazy numbers on this book. And people love this book. They buy with this book. They've learned for this book. People have used this book in colleges and universities. I get calls from professors and teachers and everybody else, and they're utilizing this information to teach in their classes. Okay, in their classes. So thank you. Thank you for everyone who's ordered this book and read this book. I'm coming out with Audible versions as well in about 60 days for both of these books. Actually, 3 of them. Epic of Humanity, the Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, and the Fractal Holographic Universe. I'm going to come out with the Audible version. Okay. Now, why am I bringing up the books and the importance of books when I'm talking about investing with forbidden knowledge? Well, the books are a huge part of the money generation for the company. Okay. A huge part. We sell books on our Amazon store, and then we also sell books on our website store. And last quarter, just on our Amazon store, we did roughly about $360,000 last quarter in book sales. All that revenue goes straight into where? It goes into Forbidden Knowledge Incorporated, okay? And as you know, we do books for other people, like we sign people to book deals. This book, which is a bestseller, is written by Muhammad Ibrahim, Egypt Before the Written History, okay? An amazing book written by a homegrown archaeologist, an Egyptologist directly from Egypt, born in the old country with no electricity, no cars, no nothing. And he's now one of the top guides in the world. Very good friend of ours. And this is his book, which became a bestseller the first day it hit the market. The Lost Technology of Ancient Egypt, Egypt Before the Written History by Muhammad Ibrahim. And so let me just show you. I mean, when I say these numbers, I'm not just making numbers up. Let me pull up some digits for you while we're talking here, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about and why this company is poised to do incredible things. Okay, let me come back over here, and I'm going to share my screen for a second and just show you something here. I'm going to go into my Amazon account. I mean, why would I do this? Because guess what, guys? It's publicly available information anyway. I can't hide anything. So I'm in here, and I'm going to go to my reports. And I will go to the last quarter. Okay, so because it's only going by the days, it's not going by the quarter. So it's 5,000 off from the 360 because 5 days in, you see the lag time in between. If I was able to pull up specifically about the quarter, you'll see it's just that 360K and change. But these are the numbers right here. So this is the last 90 days of book sales on Forbidden Knowledge. All right. And so for people who are looking to invest, they say, well, where's all this revenue coming from? Well, it's coming from books. It's coming from streaming TV subscriptions. It's coming from e-commerce, many different areas. We're not a startup company in the sense that we just living and working out of the garage. This is a full-blown real company doing real numbers, okay? And as you can see here, these books, you can even see the numbers of these books and what they're generating in 90 days, okay? So you can see the numbers right here. Let me see, can you see them on the screen? Because I can't see. Yeah, you can. Okay, great. Anyway, so that's what I want to show you there. All right. We're doing real numbers over here, real numbers. And this is important because when I first started with Forbidden Knowledge in 2017, that's when I decided to monetize it. I started back in 2011. When I finally decided to monetize it, I realized I can't do this full time and dedicate my life to bringing information to the world unless it's monetized. Because if I don't monetize it, I'm still going to have to do work somewhere else. In 2014, I went to my business partners in my call center that I owned, and I said to them, I am walking away, and I'm going to give you my share of the company. And the company was doing about $125,000 a week. I was making very good money. And I decided to walk away from that, and I went straight out and went straight into what I'm doing now. And it took me from 2014 all the way to 2017 to get the first monetization. In 2017, I only made $180,000. The company made $180,000 in 2017. That was the first year of monetization, $180,000 for the year. That's gross, okay? So from 2014 to 2018, 27, yeah, it's basically 2018 because that's when you file the taxes or whatever. That's basically nothing really, in terms of revenue. But I saw that it was possible. I saw that it was really possible. And I was like, you know what? I want to build this. So I continued to do Mastermind, utilizing my expertise in marketing, which is where I come from. I come from the marketing world. Okay. And that's where I made my money. I had built several huge marketing companies, built several large call centers, and I made millions of dollars. So I wasn't coming from zero. I had some means and I had some understanding of how businesses work and how to make a lot of money. I actually sold a company in 2004 for millions of dollars. So I knew how to build a company. I knew how to make money with it. Okay. And so I decided to build this company. And so that's where we are right now. We're generating revenue from e-commerce. We're generating money from books. We're generating money from the subscription service for the Forbidden Knowledge TV. We generate money from music. Yes, music. In case you didn't know, if you look at this YouTube account that you're on, there's a music tab. All those songs are produced by me, Billy Carson. Okay. We have over 340 songs in global distribution. Yes, Jay Hallhoff, I can see the comments. We could have over 340 songs in global distribution. Okay, so we generate money also from music. We generate money from events, workshops, online classes, conscious awards, trips around the world to ancient sites, tours, world tours. All of these things, we have the capability of generating revenue for the company. Okay, and so going from 2017 and the whole year making only 180,000 gross to now this year clearing $10 million. It's just going to clear 10. We're on track to clear $10 million this year. It's a big jump. So, like I said, we're not a startup company that's just been in a garage trying to figure things out. This company's already generating significant revenues. All right. Which is why it's a golden opportunity to become an investor in a company that's going places. If you had an opportunity to invest in Apple, Microsoft, or even Amazon when they were in the garage, and I mean they were literally in the garage, you potentially could be a billionaire right now. They made some people into billionaires and multimillionaires, the people who got in early, and those companies that had nothing but a dream, a dollar and a dream. We actually have a lot more than that. We have a complete layout plan. We already have movement. We have traction. We have organic revenues that are being generated. We just literally started utilizing paid ads not too long ago, as we realized you can't buy ads to generate sales or subscriptions unless you have content for people to watch. So we didn't burn our investors' money. We waited patiently to develop content, and then we began to run some ads to push people towards the content. Prior to that, we just did it all organically, and we got great numbers organically. Okay. Thank you, James Harris, who's been following me for years. I appreciate you. And so a lot going on. So we just got this opportunity here for you guys. I'm going to drop the link again. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here all night long, but I want you to have the opportunity to find out how you can get involved as an accredited investor. I've been dropping the link in the live chat this whole time. It's also in the caption of this video. Well, we can take the first 35 non-accredited investors in this offering. It's what we're doing now is what they call a Reg D 506C offering. It's a PPM, a private placement memorandum. Okay, registered shares. So you can get involved in this round at that level. After the 35 people, everyone else has to be accredited by law. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay, but we'd love to have you be a part of the Forbidden family. And of course, we love to see you down in Miami at the Forbidden Conscious Awards coming up in just 2 weeks. It's going to be amazing. We have I don't know if y'all know, but we have a big yacht party going on. We're going to be on the yacht. So I'm going to show you this trailer for the Conscious Awards. And hopefully you guys can come hang out with us on the yacht Saturday night, August the 3rd, Saturday evening. Also, don't forget that morning, Saturday morning, is a speaking conference. Robert Edward Grant, myself, Billy Carson. Merkaba 13 is speaking. Elizabeth Carson is speaking, and she's hosting a women's panel. We have Muhammad Ibrahim, the man that wrote this best-selling book about Egypt and the lost technology. If you want to come to a workshop like that in person and learn at this conference and then go hang out with us on the cruise, I'll drop the link to you right now. We'll go have dinner on the boat. All right. So check this out.
Hey everyone, I'm Elizabeth Carson, and I'm thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel hosted by yours truly. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset, where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by 19 Keys. Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend of education, inspiration, celebration, and glamour.
All right, that's going to be coming up in a few short weeks. August 3rd, speaking conference in the morning, a yacht party in the evening. August 4th, in the morning, a free meet and greet, book signing at the Adrian R. Center for free. Sunday evening is going to be starting around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, really, is going to be the red carpet. I'll be on the red carpet, and so will all the other nominees and special guests. You can come hang out with us, step up on the red carpet, take photos with us. And then 5 p.m., we start the award show. We're going to give people their flowers while they're still alive. We give away amazing awards to people. We give them a 10-pound crystal, a clear quartz crystal pyramid is their trophy. Okay, so the trophies are amazing. They're mind-blowing trophies. And the Lifetime Achievement Award this year is going to a very special person. Last year, it was Dr. Daniel Amen, the #1 psychiatrist in the world. This year, we have a very special guest that's going to win the Lifetime Achievement Award, and that award weighs 20 pounds. 20 pounds. It's like you walked into Superman's special layer of crystals. That's how big this thing is. It's incredible. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. And this person is 1,000% deserving of this Lifetime Achievement Award that we're giving away. We're going to give people their credit and their gratitude now while they're still alive. Because, in this world, sorry about that. In this world, there's a lot of people working endlessly, working hours. I'm not the only one doing this, spending every spare penny they have. I know a guy that lives up in like North Carolina. He's just a guy who works as a stockman at a grocery store. And he's been consistent now since I met him online in 2011. Until this very day, he's been consistent, putting out 2 to 3 YouTube videos a week, and over time improving his technology on a very, very small budget. He lives in a mobile home, and he spends all of his spare money and works extra hours to buy the equipment needed to produce his content at a high level. Now, to do that for over a decade and not even get a thank you, not even get a pat on the back, it's hard. Now, not that he's expecting that. He's not expecting it. That's the best thing about it. But when you call somebody up and say, hey, we want to honor you for the work you've done, you can't tell me that person doesn't feel good inside. You can't tell me that person doesn't feel appreciated and that their work and their sacrifice has not gone unnoticed. It goes beyond a nice comment here or there. It goes into real, true gratitude that somebody's invested energy, time, and money to fly me in, put me in a hotel room, pay for my transportation, and give me an award that I didn't even know I was going to get. That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. And we're going to do it again this year in just 2 weeks down in Miami at the Forbidden Conscious Awards. We're going to continue to validate ourselves, okay? Because why? We're not going to wait for somebody else to validate us. We're not going to wait for outside sources. That's the same thing as hoping, begging, and wishing. We're going to save ourselves. We're going to validate ourselves. We're going to acknowledge ourselves. We're going to celebrate ourselves, okay? Because that's what it's really all about. And to get somebody unexpectedly to realize that we've seen what they're doing. We recognize their worth in this community. We honor them. We thank them. We appreciate them. That's what this is all about. And that's why I believe the Conscious Awards are so important. And no matter what, we're going to have it every single year. Okay, every year. So hopefully y'all can make it down to this one. It's a 2-day event. Saturday is a speaking conference. Let me see if I have the image for the speaking conference before I wrap up. Yeah, I do. Here it goes right here. Check it out. We have Robert Grant, Merkaba 13, Muhammad Ibrahim, Kika Wise, of course, myself, Billy Carson, Ashley Joy Boyd. We have Courtney Kane Sides, Olivia Ramirez Smith, and of course, my beautiful wife, Elizabeth Carson, hosting the women's panel at the conference. That's going to be from 8:30 a.m. till about 4 p.m. And then we have the yacht party from 6 to 10, where we're going to go out on a yacht, sailing out of Biscayne Bay. It's actually a super yacht. Have a nice meal and watch the sunset, come back in and get ready for the next morning for the free meet and greet book signing for a few hours. And then that afternoon, a red carpet. And then that evening is going to be the actual award ceremony. Black tie affair. You saw how we were dressed. We were dressed to impress. It's going to be amazing. Okay. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all there. And again, don't forget, bring your books with you if you have the books so I can sign them. Make sure you guys bring your books so I can sign them. Okay. That's going to be important because last year, a lot of people were like, I forgot my books. Bring the books with you. I'll sign them there. If you don't have any, I'll try to have some there, but I'm pretty sure they're probably going to sell out very, very fast. If I do have some books there, I'll try to have some. I can't guarantee how much I'll have. Maybe a couple hundred books or something like that, but they're going to go probably within a couple of hours. All right. But yeah, if you have books, bring them with you and I'll sign them. All right. Larry Schumer said, I command it. That's right. Command it. Make it your reality. All right. One thing that happens when you come down to these events, well, you come to one of our tours, one of our workshops or events, you're going to meet people that are going to become your lifelong friends. Why? Because these people are on the same frequency as you. They're thinking the same things you're thinking. They're having the same ideas you're having, same confirmations that you're having. They're not afraid to talk about the same topics that you're not afraid to talk about. So you're meeting people that all of a sudden now you've become part of a community. And these people meet when they come to our events and they become lifelong friends. Because when they go home, a lot of the times there's nobody to talk to. I mean, just be real. You know, I'm not going to call a lot of my relatives on the phone. I got a few I can call right now, but I can't call all of them and start talking about this stuff. They don't want to hear this stuff. I mean, keep it real. All right. At the end of the day, I got a few though. I got a few relatives now. They're like, wow, you know, they're kind of getting into it now, which is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, most of us don't have a lot of people we can just call and talk to. But when you come down to these events, it's a great opportunity to meet new people in the same frequency. All right. And that's what it's all about. We build communities like this. With people that get into every time we have a tour to Egypt or Cambodia or Turkey or Peru or wherever we're going, the people that we bring, they end up getting into these chat groups, and those chat groups go on forever. They never stop. They're still talking till this very day, all times of the day, all times of the night. People have flown to meet each other and hang out and everything else. They have built a family, something you're not going to get anywhere else. That's what's being built here, man. Communities and families at Forbidden Knowledge. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to stay on here too much longer. I'm going to drop the link again for you for the investment opportunity for accredited investors. I got to get out of here and get back to what I'm doing. I got some more work to knock out this evening, but I want to see all of y'all in a couple of weeks, or as many as possible in a couple of weeks, down at the Forbidden Conscious Awards. And remember, You have to be there to win the Mercedes. Last year, we gave away an Audi A4. This year, we're giving away a Mercedes-Benz. The car is parked right outside my house. It'll be there at the venue with a big red bow on top. And we're going to have a random drawing at the live event where we'll get everyone's number and their seat number and their name. And then it'll be a random scroll and your seat number will be picked live on site. And if your seat number is picked, you come up to the stage and get the title. That's it. Simple as that. Easy and simple. I'm going to write you a gift receipt saying I gave it to you for $1, so you don't got to pay a huge amount of taxes on it. You pay taxes on $1. That's the old trick I learned. And then you register that car in your name, get your tag and your title and your insurance, and do whatever you want with it. Use it as an Uber Eats car, use it as an Uber driver car, or Lyft, or sell it, or keep it, or give it away to a kid, or whatever you want to do. It's yours at that point. I really don't care. All right? Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Remember, the links to this is in the caption of this video. Also, I've been dropping the link in the live chat. I'll drop it one last time all night long. And if you are a current investor and you have questions, make sure that you email investors at 4biddenknowledge.com. Okay. And I'm typing it in the live chat right now. Investors at 4biddenknowledge.com. If you are a current investor and you have any questions, nobody was asking in the live chat, but I'm dropping it in here just in case. We have a new investor relations person we hired, and she is phenomenal. I mean, totally phenomenal. She's got a great resume. She's huge in the investor space and dealing with these types of investments and securities. And she's a full-time employee now with Forbidden Knowledge. So again, if you have any questions, make sure you email investors at 4biddenknowledge.com. Other than that, go get the app and watch Anunnaki Ancient Secrets Revealed. Episode 1 is out right now. All right. Hey, thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will catch y'all later. Peace.